Hey everyone, and welcome back to another declutter and organization video here on my channel. As you can tell by the video, I am going to be decluttering and organizing our mess of a storage room. I have done a few different declutter and organizations here on my channel. It has been years since I have done one, but I have like a whole series basically, I think of 6 different videos of me decluttering and organizing different closets, rooms, things like that. If you want to see any of those videos, I will link them all down in the description box. Anyways, kind of similar to those videos, I'm going to be taking you all along with me in the decluttering and organizing of this room, getting rid of things we don't use or don't need anymore, getting everything organized in their own bins. I'm going to be sharing with you all where I got everything, and of course I will be showing you all the befores and afters. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. So if you would like to see me declutter and organize our storage room, then just keep on watching. So as you can see from these clips right here, this is the before of our storage room. It is a complete mess. It has been causing me so much anxiety with how it's been looking. And as you can see, we have a lot of work to do. So let's go ahead and just get started. So the first things that I ended up doing, for me personally, to kind of help me get organized, I basically need to get everything out of the room, the closet, the drawer, whatever I'm organizing. I need to get everything out of there into a separate room or a separate space, and I need to organize everything into their own individual piles. So I just basically brought everything from our storage room into one of the empty bedrooms that we have in our basement that we're not currently using for anything. And there's nothing in there, so this was a great space to kind of bring everything out and organize them into their own piles. You'll kind of slowly see through this process. I ended up organizing things or making a pile for specifically Christmas decorations, specifically Halloween decorations, and some other things. I have some like picture frames, family photos, other things like that. So that is the first thing that I am doing. This may not be the best organizational tip for everyone, and you'll probably see throughout this video, I kind of move my piles around a little bit and kind of redo my piles. So that may look a little messy to some people, but I don't know what it is. For me, that just helps me a lot to get started with organizing and decluttering things. And also during this time, I started filming this and started organizing our storage room kind of end of December, beginning of January. So you'll also see us adding more things into the piles. Like our Christmas decorations, we still had them all up when I started filming this. And here I took a little break from moving some of our Christmas decorations. I think this was all of the Christmas decorations we had in our storage room. So I took a little break to start building these ornament organizers. So I bought, I believe, 3 of these ornament organizers off of Amazon. I also bought a few other Christmas decor storage items off of Amazon, including Christmas tree or faux Christmas tree storage bags. I bought a couple Christmas wreath or holiday wreath storage bags as well, so you'll be seeing those later in this video. I tried to keep everything very like color neutral. That was something else I really wanted to do, or one of my goals for organizing our storage room is we had a ton of different bins that were all sorts of different sizes and colors, and it drove me nuts. So one of the things I knew I wanted to do for this project is I wanted to get all new bins that were the same size, same color, just to kind of make it look a little bit more organized, in my opinion. So I tried to do that with these specific Christmas decor organizing bins and bags as well, but they didn't have just like one color. Like I was really looking for either like all black or all white or all gray, and they just didn't have that. I mean, I'm sure you could find them if you did a little bit more digging, but for me personally, I just didn't find any that either I liked, that was in my price range, that had good reviews, things like that. So for the specific Christmas decor bins and bags, I just got ones that kind of matched all together. So as you can see right here, kind of have the same color theme of being all white or like a clear color with just some accents of red in there. And I'm also organizing some of our childhood ornaments that were just sitting in a cardboard box. They've been sitting in this box since we moved into our house. I'm starting to organize those into one of the ornament bins. You'll probably also notice a trend with this video. Like 99% of the stuff in our storage room is all Christmas decorations because I am obsessed with Christmas. I love Christmas decorations. So I feel like this is gonna be a very like Christmas themed organization video. Yeah, hopefully that's okay with you guys since we're way past Christmas, but hey, that's basically what's in our storage room, and this is me organizing our storage room, so. Now I'm just taking a break from all of the Christmas decorations that we have in our storage room until I find the time to take down all of our Christmas decorations that are upstairs. So now I'm starting to make a separate pile of all of our Halloween decorations. And of course, just working on emptying the bigger portion or room in our storage room. Alright, and now my hair is magically curled. We ended up going out to dinner last night, so I was kind of organizing and getting ready at the same time. But anyway, so now I'm going to start putting some of our Halloween decorations into the bin. So I got all brand new gray larger bins. I apologize, I can't remember off the top of my head how big they are, but I got all of these bins from Target because, like I said, again, I just wanted to have neutral, same color scheme for our bins. So these are the ones I ended up picking up. So, and I did end up keeping some of our older bins, which you'll probably see. I kept some like clear bins with the white tops on them, only because they just worked for the decorations or other objects that were already stored in there. Like the smaller bin that you're seeing in the background, I have all of our outdoor Halloween decorations in there, and I was able to fit all of them in there so nicely, so I just decided to keep that bin. And then I also have a larger, like a huge bin that I have all of my Christmas village, like little houses and people in there, and I just couldn't find a gray bin that was the same size as that bin, so I just decided to keep that bin as well. Any of the other bins that we had that were smaller or even the same size but different colors, I ended up just getting rid of. Anyway, so now I'm just filling up, I think, a couple different bins I ended up using for our Halloween decorations, and I didn't really organize them in any specific way. I just kind of put various Halloween decorations, like whatever fit the best in those bins. As you can see, I do have a couple like larger Halloween decorations, like signs in the background, which I did not end up putting in any bins, obviously, because they were too big. And those are also considered like my outdoor Halloween decorations. So I ended up just kind of putting them to the side. You'll see at the end of this video, just because they just didn't fit nicely anywhere else, but I'm okay with that. The next thing I moved on to was photos and picture frames. Now we have this bin that's just filled with picture frames that don't have anything in them, we're not currently using, so I'm just quickly going through all of them and organizing which ones I want to keep for possible future use and ones that I just didn't like or didn't think we would ever use. And then this is another bin that I ended up just reusing just because it just fit all of the picture frames nicely, and that's pretty much all that I did on this particular day. And the next day that we ended up working on our storage room is we just worked on continuing to empty the entire storage room out, which Luke ended up helping me with. Now, as you can see in this little room, this is actually underneath our stairs. The previous owners left a ton of stuff back here, like paint, caulk, various like tile samples and things like that, like when they were renovating the house. So me and Luke, we just ended up taking everything out of here, and this was a very overwhelming process for me because I feel like when everything was like shoved in the back underneath our stairs, it didn't look like a lot, but once we took everything out, there was so much crap back there. Like, it was so overwhelming to me, but yeah, we just ended up getting all of that stuff out of there and getting rid of all of it. There were also a couple things of carpet that were just laying on the ground. One that was just kind of like a plain cream tan color, and then the other one that had like total 70s vibes, just like the wallpaper in this room. So we ended up just pulling those out because we just didn't think those were necessary. And yeah, so once we got everything out of the storage room, we went through and vacuumed everything. I went in and Swiffered. I also went in with my duster. I don't believe I showed this part, but I also went in and just kind of dusted everything. There was like spider webs on the walls, so I ended up getting all of those off and just kind of quickly cleaned everything in this room. once the storage room was clean, I went back into our organizing room and went back to organizing. So as you can see, there's a ton more stuff in here. At this point, we ended up getting all of our Christmas decorations that we had upstairs down. So we're just kind of continuing the same process, organizing everything into their own specific bins, putting away all of our Christmas trees and things like that. So with these Christmas tree storage bags, I ended up getting a couple of them, again, off of Amazon. And I believe these particular bags fit a 9-foot tree. Now, all of the trees I have are not 9 feet. I think the biggest one I have is like 7 feet. But I decided to go with this one just because I wanted to use them for more than one tree, especially since this particular year, me and Luke received a few different Christmas trees as hand-me-downs, and you guys know me, I love Christmas. I love Christmas decorations, so I really wanted to keep all of them, not only to use for next year, but also just kind of thinking for in the future, if, you know, we eventually get a new house and it's bigger and we have room to put up like 2 large Christmas trees or like multiple Christmas trees, I wanted to be able to keep them for future use. Some of you may call that hoarding. I might agree with you. It is a little bit of hoarding because we don't need 5 or 6 Christmas trees, but I'm keeping them just in case until I for sure decide what I want to do with them. Here is another little organizational bin that I got off of Amazon that is specific for wrapping paper, bows, all that sort of stuff. So I ended up taking all of our Christmas present wrapping paper and all the other supplies and putting those in there. And then the Christmas wreath storage bags I ended up getting a couple of them because I thought they were going to be a lot smaller than they were. Like, they're huge. I couldn't believe it, but it ended up working out because I was able to put both of my Christmas wreaths in one storage bag, and then the other one I ended up putting some of our outdoor Christmas decorations in, so that ended up working out pretty good. And yeah, now I'm just, again, getting out more of those gray storage bins and putting all of our Christmas decorations in there. Again, I just kind of put random stuff in there, however best they fit. I tried to keep it as organized as possible. Like, for example, I have specific Christmas decorations that I like to put in our bedroom, so I tried to keep all of those decorations into one bin. I have a ton of Christmas decorations for like our living room that goes on our entertainment center, so I tried to keep all of those decorations in 1 to 2 bins as well. Another thing I did to save some room is I got rid of a majority of the cardboard boxes that a lot of my Christmas decorations were in. That may not be the smartest idea because I do have some things that are fragile, but I tried to pack those fragile items the best I could. Like, for example, like putting either like stockings or more like soft, cushy Christmas decorations like around them. So if they were to kind of get knocked around a little bit, they would have a less likely chance of breaking. But I was able to fit so much more stuff into one bin by taking them out of their cardboard boxes. So that's what I ended up doing. I did keep a couple decorations in their cardboard boxes. Like, for example, my like glittery reindeer decorations that I recently picked up from Hobby Lobby. If you haven't seen that shopping haul, I'll go ahead and link that for you guys if you want to go ahead and check that out. But anyways, I recently picked them up and they are so glittery and they make such a mess. So I think those are the only items I ended up just keeping in like their original packaging in their original cardboard boxes, just to kind of minimize the glitter mess a little bit. now everything is in their own bins, the next thing I ended up moving on to was making labels for each of the bins. So for this, I went ahead and used my Cricut machine. If you guys have seen some of my other like DIY type videos here on my channel, whether making decorations for my wedding or making like home decor signs throughout our house, you guys have already like seen my whole process of using my Cricut machine and the vinyl material to make labels, wording, things like that. So I just used the exact same process. I just went in my Cricut Maker machine on my computer, typed in just very simple labels like Halloween, Christmas, picture frames. Luke had a bin just filled with his own things, so I ended up just making like a label of Luke's things like that. I just wanted to make them very basic, just to kind of make it a little bit easier when I am reaching for example, all of my Christmas decorations. I know which bins to reach for. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm making all of those labels, and then once all of those are made, we will head back downstairs and put all of the labels on each of the bins. Now, if you don't have a Cricut Maker, that is totally fine. You definitely don't need to go out and buy this expensive equipment to make labeling for your bins. You could do various other things. If you have a nice handwriting, you could just go out to like either your local grocery store or a craft store and just get like specific like sticky paper, or I'm pretty sure they make like specific labels that you can just like peel off, write on, and stick it onto whatever you're labeling. You could easily do that. I thought about doing that, but honestly, I just don't like my handwriting, and I wanted all of my labels to look the exact same, so that's the reason I went ahead and used my Cricut machine. But yeah, there's definitely a ton of other options. And now that all of our bins are labeled, let's go ahead and start moving everything back into our storage room. So underneath our stairs, I apologize I didn't show this part. Me and Luke had to both move these bags in here because after putting all of our Christmas trees in there, they were super heavy. So I definitely needed his help with that. But yeah, underneath the stairs, this is where I put, I believe, some of our like family photos, my canvases for like the Christmas time, all of our Christmas trees, some of like my outdoor Halloween decor, things like that. So that's everything that went underneath the stairs. And then now I'm just kind of pushing all of the bins and bags, specifically where I want them to go. And of course, pushing all of the bins into our storage room, I decided to push back all of our Christmas decorations first because obviously the next holiday that will be coming up that we will be decorating for will be Halloween, so I wanted to go ahead and just put those in the front. And some of our other bins, like the bin with all of our picture frames and the bin with all of Luke's stuff in it, that stuff we very rarely reach for, so that stuff I went ahead and just put in the back as well. And then once we have all of the bins in the storage room, this is how our storage room is looking. I am in love with how it turned out. Like, when you compare the before and after of this room, like, it is crazy how much stuff that we had in there, and look at the after. I was able to organize everything so nicely in their own bins, and it kind of looks like we don't have as much stuff as we really do, which is nice. And there's still so much more room in here if we have anything else that needs to go in here. And just kind of even thinking of how like dirty this room was with like all of the cobwebs and dust and things like that, like it just feels so much better in here. And yeah, that is basically it for this declutter and organization of our storage room. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And of course, make sure to check down in the description box for a bunch of different links to other declutter and organization videos, shopping hauls, decorate with me's, all that sort of stuff will be down in the description box, so please make sure to go ahead and check those out. And yeah, I'm gonna get going for now, but I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone!